Well, folks, today is finally the day that Kelly waits for all year long. Day one of Jaunt 2024. She's got the master plan all mapped out. She's been going over stuff for the past week, and she's got the route laid out. We're gonna kind of hit the middle part today. So come on along if you're interested in a lot of cool junk. At our first stop here at the fairgrounds in Broken Bow, one of my favorite dealers here every year. He's got a lot of cool rusty crusty. Never know what you're gonna find. Oh, look at these cool little owl trivets, little tiny ones. We're going to see today if we can find a name that tool. Nobody got the one from the other day. Lots of cool old wrenches. Lots of old buckets and wagons, benches. Second stop is in Westerville, Nebraska. They've got some Connex containers here. Looks like they collect stuff throughout the years. Even got some peacocks here for the welcome wagon. Okay, here's our name that tool. So tell me what this is, what it's used for, and you'll be the winner of some Markelly Farm merch. Got lots of cow skulls out here. A few license plates that I don't need. Got some other tools. Some motorcycle saddlebags, motorcycle seat. A lot of this stuff out here is more yard sale-y type stuff. These old metal bed frames are good for scrap iron. They're good angle iron if you can get them for $1 or something. This lady wanted $35 though, so we're gonna leave those here. Got some old metal lockers that pretty good for storage in the shop, but we don't have any room for them. Second stop in Westerville is the old church. Got some cool stuff in here. Old case of cream jars. When they would separate the cream, you could get the cream in a little jar like that.
Aren't you going to do the at the end like you normally?
I have my first purchase of the day. This was on sale for $2. It's a nice little manual drill. If the power goes out someday, I may wish I had one of these. Kelly got a couple bushel baskets, because you can never have too many bushel baskets around the farm, that's for sure. We ran out just doing apples. Alright, we're all done in Westerville. The next stop is one of my favorite stops every year, is in Comstock, Nebraska. These folks, did they say they come from Texas?
They're bringing stuff from Texas.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff usually, and very good eye. They have a good eye for junk. Alright, this is the one I like coming to right here. We're in Comstock, Nebraska. Got a lot of boating stuff. Little propane burner. And some ammo cans. Oh. Cast iron. The old banana seat bikes. My sister and brother had one of those. There's a Daisy Duster. They've got 20 bucks on this All-American pressure canner. I've regretted getting rid of mine ever since I did. We may take a look at this if it's all in good working order. An old tractor seat stool. Bunch of waders. Fishing pole holders. Hitches. These look like the old sewing thread drawers. Oh no, these were stencil typesetting drawers for different fonts back when they used to do like newspapers and you had to put in all the little individual letters into the press. That was the name of the font right there, Tempo Italic 30. You can see where it's kind of stamped into the wood where those things sat in here. That's cool. The old chemistry set. I had a used one of these that my mom bought me that was missing most of the stuff out of it when I was little.
That one's got, I think, everything in it.
That one's complete, huh? Yeah, my mom bought me one when I was little and it was missing a bunch of the stuff out of it. Some butter molds. Oh, a small little loom. That's neat.
Isn't that a cute little loom?
That is cute. Nice enamel
Handy
pot.
for small stuff. I don't even have all old ones.
It's an old scale.
My license plates from last year got sold. Oh, did they? Yeah, somebody came up and
Look what I found, Troy.
we bought a few of them. We're
Found another one.
collecting all
I
of
told you they're all over Nebraska.
left to get. Oh, wow.
Here's a cherry pitter
You
or
did.
cherry stoner right there.
Yeah, I was the one my son lives right here. So are you from Texas then?
Old fuel cans. Croquet set. Wheel hoe. Cultivator.
I've gone to Lubbock. I'm working on going to Albuquerque.
Oil cans. Traveling sprinkler.
I tried to put a new one in,
Some signage.
but I'm getting to the age now that
Some old Coleman gas stoves.
I want to travel.
Little radio flyer push cars. Those are cute. Here's some horse packing bags. They had those saddles that you put on a mule with the X's, the wooden X's, and then these hang on those. They're side bags for like a pack mule.
I get a lot of repeat
License plates.
customers. My very first year here, I had somebody in Wisconsin, and I was raised in northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin borderline. I was northwest suburbs. And
Those old retractable clotheslines.
they says, "You coming next year? I'll be here." I had one last year.
There's an unopened model. Little Corvette 57. Still in the plastic.
He says, "I wanted to get first dibs this time."
Lots of cool old metal cars and the neat old wooden train. Very detailed.
Those are, yeah, a friend of mine made them.
And a paddle boat. Neat little paddle boat.
There's a little car too. Would you take 5 for that one?
Very nice. Here's an old springform like angel food cake pan. Lots of old kitchen gizmos, gadgets. Remember one of those? We did that one time.
That's a toaster.
Yep. We play Name That Item on our channel sometimes, and that was one of our Name That Items.
Uh-huh.
Look at the old spice containers.
We got more stuff coming tomorrow, too.
Oh, you would tell me that. Now I got to come back.
Well, it's not me. My sister's coming in from South Dakota with
a
truckload.
Old metal cans. They have Prince Albert in a can too. Sounds like he's gone. Old hurricane lanterns, oil lanterns. This is an old trolley. Ooh, cast iron galore.
Yeah, and I didn't think I had much cast iron this year.
You got quite a few pieces.
I've sold 3 already.
Some Pyrex stuff. There's one of our favorite bowls. She's got a complete set there also. How much is your complete set?
100.
That's a decent price.
Yeah, that's a good price for that.
A lot of them are going for 120 for the whole set.
I was going to raise it, and I thought, no, I sold 5 sets this last year.
Well, you priced it to sell. That's good, and you've got some extra here and there.
Yep.
My grandma used to have one of these pots.
I can't keep them things.
And she would travel between her kid's house. Every 2 weeks she'd go to a different kid's house and stay for 2 weeks when she didn't have a home anymore. And she carried her glass coffee pot with her everywhere she went.
I tell you what, I don't know if you know much about them.
A lot of them don't have the guts when you find them.
And
even the insides are glass.
this piece here, if you get it online, it's $25.
I would believe that. That's probably real close. We had to buy the guts for one we found because I bought one just as a memory to Grandma one time and used it.
10?
Kelly's haggling for this old coal bucket. Oh, it's got a pretty decorator flower on the side too. That's worth extra as the flowers.
I have to give her more than 10 that she asked?
No, I think that's a fair price is 10.
That'll work. You got anything?
Ooh.
He's just looking.
Used to use those at deer camp all the time.
I'll give you that then. Thank you.
So Kelly got an old scale, an old hanging scale. Cool, it still works too.
Yeah, it just
A
needs to be
coal
calibrated.
bucket. And then I pulled the trigger on this All-American canner. We'll clean that up. That was a smoking deal. That's probably almost a $300 canner. These tractors here are all built out of wood. You see these look like rubber tires? That's all wood. That is an amazing amount of detail for wood. You never see this much detail in wood. Even the motors have wires on them. These look like die-cast metal toys.
I've been accused of that a time or two. I gave one to my dad one time, and nobody thought it was a big deal until they actually got to look at it.
Yeah.
I realized it wrong either.
Think, oh, that's just one of those metal tractors you can buy.
Yeah.
That is all wood. Look at the scroll work on this and this. Amazing amount of detail. Look at these loaders. All wood. You wouldn't even know that was wood looking at that at a distance. Telehandlers. Dozers. Big rig. Look at that big rig. That is so cool. And he said it even steers. He just pointed these out to me. Look at these cranes. Also wood.
He's pretty handy. He'd be worth having around.
Wow. The amount of detail on that.
That actually works.
He's got some cool motorcycle rocker things here for kids too. And some turkeys out here. Some different shelving. Kelly wants the barn, but that would be hard to get in the truck. We're at our next stop. These big community tables. I've never seen these until we moved to Nebraska. Just about every community has these. They're a big, long picnic table on a trailer that you can pull to the picnic, and makes for a lot of good seating. All the local communities have these. What'd you find, babe?
That's what I'm going to ask you.
Little food grinder?
Yeah, but what would you actually put in there to grind?
Well, you can
tiny.
grind anything in there. You can grind meat. We used to grind, they're usually clamps on the table, but that one's got a base on it.
Well, oops, second time I did that.
Oh, now you bought it.
It's only $1.
If you're not good at slicing tomatoes, you can have one of these things here, or eggs or whatever. Or you can comb your hair with it, babe.
I got curly hair, I don't comb it.
Couple cool old desks over here. Some old tools. Old vice grip chain wrench. Some truck mirrors, towing mirrors. This looks like an old sharpening stone. Huh.
Yesterday's project.
Got an old cream separator pieces here. And a big nice enamel pan we might take a look at. Those are good for putting garden scraps and stuff in. Like yesterday when we were cutting apples. Whole line of school desks. Well, if you want a cookie jar, this is the place right here. I don't think they know if they got what they got with this one here. This one in good shape goes for a couple $100. And here's this one online. Here's the price online. This is super cool. It's an old wooden box erector set. This is crazy neat. Got all the books with it and everything. That is neat. Got a little jar of marbles here. There's even some clay marbles in there. Some old fishing lures. Another box with the erector stuff. 2 boxes full of stuff. Kelly found more bushel baskets. I think she's going to take that whole stack. Yep, she's got them. They're nice heavy ones too. They're even selling stuff in the house. Uh-oh. An old metal bed frame for like toddler crib style mattress. Neat little metal bed frames.
You want to buy some Avon?
Avon must have been big around here. Did you see all the decanters in there on the table?
Okay.
Well, folks, this stop here made my weekend. I don't care if I don't find anything else this weekend. And I'll show you when we get home. We'll show you in great detail. But you know I collect pie vents or pie birds, and they had the holy grail of pie vents here at this sale, and not only one but 2 of them. So we'll show you those when we get home today, but super cool. All right, now we're in Sargent, Nebraska. We've been to this place many times. They've got lots and lots of stuff, several buildings full of stuff. Got lots of stuff outside out here and lots more stuff in the buildings. I've never seen a tractor seat with this piece underneath like that. That's unique. It's an old grain mill here. Pretty neat. Set of tractor seat bar stools, $50 each. Those aren't the good seats though. Those are the stamped out sheet metal. Dime a dozen seats. Bunch of old iron wheels. Old hit and miss. Pretty clapped out motors there. Guy's doing a mosaic with paper, pieces of paper.
I don't paint anything.
And copying that picture there onto this piece of wood, just with different color torn paper. Amazing.
Here. The photographer's name is Kathy Chase. She's a friend of mine. I think that particular image was on the cover of one of the Cattleman's magazine or something. Here.
All of these pictures are mosaic of torn up paper. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
It'll be up on YouTube.
Cool.
Look at these beautiful pictures. Rod. Are you Rod?
Yeah, I'm Rod.
Nice to meet you, Rod. You are a very talented man.
Thank you very much.
That is amazing what you can do.
Well, you know, this is what retirement's all about.
There's Barbara.
Finding something to do. And
wow, that's
I
incredible.
also do some carving. So,
Ooh, buffalo head.
yeah, it's a cedar. This is a cedar stump. So
Yeah.
This is the part of the, you can tell more on this side where the tree roots start to separate and go into the ground. So I tried to use that. The horns are river maple, and I found out I'm allergic to cedar when I was with them.
Oh, okay.
It ripped my eyes. I mean, with just, oh man. So I had to start wearing goggles, and then of course they fall over, you know.
So it actually makes sound. You've got the cat tail out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Super cool.
Anyway.
Got another one. I never see pie birds here in Nebraska, but been a good weekend for them. Here's a couple old drill presses like the ones we just bought. Ours is missing this piece here. We're going to make that. Two different styles. This is the automatic advance. Got some lightning rods. All kinds of cool stuff. An old dehorner. Here's a real old traveling sprinkler here. Old Craftsman. They got the coolest stuff here. Kelly found some license plates. We're only missing 2 out of the 90 some that we needed. Look, Troy, 2 more. Lots of nice cast iron tractor seats. Batavia. Here's some corn shellers. Put a cob of corn in there and it turns and it strips the kernels off. Weather vane. It's a target rich environment here. Bunch of old bung valves. The wooden barrels, the hole in the side of the barrel. This is what goes in there, and you can turn it off and on to pour stuff out of a barrel. Here's 3 more. Lots of chairs and end tables, all 25 bucks a piece. Rockers, those are pretty low. Retro stuff. My daughter Becky likes this old retro looking stuff. Lots of furniture. That's why Kelly wanted to come, because she's looking for something we can use as a vanity in our bathroom remodel. This used to be an old nursing home. I guess there's stuff in every room. Neat old solid wood hutch. Here's the old nurse's station. I bet you this place is creepy at night, babe.
A little bit creepy during the day.
Like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Don't get the ghosts all disgruntled people.
Yeah. Boy, I bet you there's some stories in this old place. Hopefully Nurse Ratched isn't here. I don't want to take my pills. Yeah, I got the old ice cream parlor chairs in here. We used to call them the sweetheart chairs. It's a neat little kid's rocker. I'm glad it wasn't rocking when I walked in the door. This place has all the makings of a good Scooby-Doo episode, too. Raggy! Looks like electric chairs back here in the corner. You can get the electrical box. Hey babe, you want a spoon? Sign says stop, beware, do not enter. I wonder what's beyond that door. Sounds like a dog.
2 dogs.
Now, we were just talking to the manager out front. He said this place is haunted. He said back when this facility ran, the nurses that worked at this station on the graveyard shift would not go down into the dining room, which is through those double doors. That that's when all the weird stuff happened back in there. You stayed away from that area at night. Well, we got out of there without seeing the old geezer Ebenezer. Got another picnic table trailer over there. We're at our next stop here in Sargent, Nebraska. This one appears to be more kind of yard sale-y stuff. The bargain of the week. Oh, wonder if they would fit. There's a neat old post here. Got the solid steel ball on the top and a couple hooks. The neat old Cushman scooter. Look at that. That's super cool. Next stop here in Sargent. And they've got a big barn full of stuff too. Kelly found some glass jars that would be good for freeze drying. They got rubber seals under the lids, metal lids on. I think it's a pretty good guess. She's probably taken all those home.
Yeah, she's used for a cookie jar.
Hello, hello.
Wow.
You're looking for anything in particular?
More jars. Lots of old cool stuff in here. Uh-oh. Look at that. We're getting the price on that. I never pass those up. Well, I just got a price on that cookbook. The Holy Grail of cookbooks. $2. Going home with me. Pretty big barn here. Remember these old ice trays? This one doesn't have the handle. You'd pull the handle and knock all your cubes loose. Lots of old kitchen stuff. Gadgets and gizmos. Yeah, all sorted. Sorted by implement. Meat tenderizers, pizza cutters. This is an organized lady here. Cookie cutters and little pans. Soup ladles. Got all the old sifters and food mills. We have one of those. Pretty handy little colanders. Lots of old soda bottles. Bears. Now this antique store is called the Livery. The lady that owns the place tells me this used to be the actual livery stable for the town. You can see the hayloft up here with the door, and these were all the stalls down both sides. That's where they have all of the antiques in each individual stall. She said they finished the upstairs and decked the floor. They used to have dances upstairs. You can see all the old stalls and the old upstairs floor, the old staircase going upstairs. I love history. Pez dispensers, even got the Nebraska one. People collect those a lot. Whole collection of old wooden nickels. Yeah. Got a whole box of them down here. Lots of old medals and coins and such.
$7.50 for this. $7.50 for that. I paid $5 because somebody comes in every August.
Old coffee grinders, reasonably priced. Lots of pipes. This one's even got the tobacco box. A bunch of the old baby diaper pins, the old cloth diapers. You would hold them together with that. That picture, every time I see it, always reminds me of my youngest daughter, Sam. Rosie the Riveter, I think. Here's a neat old cast iron stove demonstrator deal. Missing all the pieces. Corn huskers. Whole box full of them. Looks like Kelly found some aloe vera. Taking that home?
Yep.
A whole tub full of bouncy balls. Corn husker milk can. Little knife rack. Old toaster. Missing the electric plug-in thing. Got some more barrel bung valves. Old milk cannons, some buck saws. Some vintage kitchenware. I think my mom had one of these old tenderizer hammers. Cute little roasting pan. You could fit a chicken into that. Pepsi Cola, one from Nebraska. Old gas cans and tools. A couple machetes. A 2-man buck saw. What'd you find?
Electric cooler.
Ooh, electric 12-volt cooler. See the pie table over here. We got strawberry, key lime. Too bad I'm not eating desserts anymore. Cheesecake, blueberry apple, cherry, apple, pumpkin. Yum. We picked up a kraut dog here at the community center in Sargent. They make their own sausages here at the locker plant. Should be phenomenal. Another $2.99. Haven't seen that in a while. Be nice to go down about another $1. Now, what do you think of these gas prices? No comment. I've seen this guy before. He's always so excited. So Kelly hit the jackpot at this place, babe. What'd you get?
I got 10 pairs of Zia leggings, which if you know anything about Zia, they're super expensive. I usually catch them on sale for as low as 40 bucks, and sometimes, depending on the pattern, I'll pay 65, which is ridiculous for workout wear, but they're super comfy and they last forever. But I just got 10 pairs at $2 a piece.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Bargain!
Bargain. And they're a smaller size that I need.
I think that's a high five right there. Sweet. Now we're in Taylor, Nebraska. Got a pretty big sale here. Steamer trunk. A cool little cabinet there. It's a neat little cabinet that doesn't take up too much space. It'd be good little storage for some little corner somewhere. I have to let Kelly know about this one. A whole bunch of Pyrex glass, all different sizes. These glass loaf pans are nice. I like these upright measuring cups too, where you can see the measurements from the top. The whole set of those. These are good for taking corn off the cob. You shove the cob down through here, it cuts the corn off, and the corn falls in here. Well, this place was full on retail prices, so we did not get much. Got a couple items though. We'll show them all to you when we get home site this afternoon. Here's an electric butter churn. You don't see those very often. All kinds of canned goods. Cowboy candy and jelly. Lots of crusty, rusty cast iron. Here's a couple soup cups with the recipe right on them. I don't know if you can, there we go. There's tomato soup. Focus. So there's your recipes for today. Some old cash registers. Here's an old arm breaker drill there. Tear your arms clean off. Nice old oil lamps with the chimneys and everything. Milk bottles, $5 each. Oh, here's an old baker's cupboard. Really cool. This sits on top of that. You make bread on this. It's got the hoppers here for your sugar and your flour. Really cool. It's got the hoppers underneath too. Wish we had room for something like that. I don't think that would be approved by the fire marshal right there. These are neat old cake pans. Used to be like potluck cake pans. Got the aluminum lids that go on them. Those are super cool. We're back at the fairgrounds here in Custer County. Got more people unpacked we're going to go through. Got some old bed frames and some ornate metal headboards and footboards. Pump jack. These windmill sections go for about 75 bucks a piece usually. But they've got the whole rotor here. They even have the bracing for it, so you could put that whole thing together. Probably won't split that up. Big old logging chain. Lots of old harness gear and stuff. There's an old planter. There's a hog oiler. Old dehorn shear. Wood stove missing a leg. Auger flights. Buckets of rocks. Lots of canning jars. Boxes and boxes of them. A piece of burl. Old Estwing hammer and hatchet. Kelly's favorite size of canning jar. Lots of whirligigs. Some old railroad lanterns. Some old hardware. Bells. Spinner tops. Old garden gates. People like to use those for trellises. Old saw blade. Whole thing is license plates we gotta look through. Little 3-tine fork, little manual planter. These are cool. Little tiny baseball bats. Some old tin buckets. Some old chair and some signage. Old yellow stop sign. Here's a grain mill. See if it's froze up. No. Some fresh antlers. We'll have to see how much those go for the pups. They like chewy toys out of those. This guy's got a lot of good junk. Johnny Walker Red Label finger joint box. Old pulleys and a hand pump. Old dynamite exciter that you set off explosives. Pretty cool old hand wheel. Airplane prop. An old hand scale. Some old tools. Couple pedal vehicles. Old spoke shave. Straw knife. A couple of them. Never seen one of those before. Couple good cleavers. Chisels. These are for wood turning here. Boat prop. Nice. Be a nice little island table for a kitchen. Old cans, Coca-Cola signage, little transit tripod. Hey, some stilts. Old wooden barrel full of stuff. Another lightning rod. Sewing machine bases. A lot of people are taking these and making like end tables with them, with that ornate bottom frame.
Do that if we just found two ends and you do the, well, that's kind of like
Got a windmill tail section. More turning chisels there. A couple big wash tubs. Here's a old beam scale top here. Old Tonkas. I had that dump truck when I was little, hauled a lot of dirt in one of those. And my daughter Becky would be all over this table with the glassware. Here's a smaller yellow Pyrex bowl. I've never seen that size before. I've only seen this size here. This is a full set. Some beer steins and more of the blue glass. There's G.I. Joe, like Battle of Iwo Jima, raising the flag. Lots of old furniture, a couple canning water bath pots over there. An old bird's eye maple armoire. Very cool. Remember these old pine cone looking things? These were weights for like grandfather clocks. Bucket of old square nails. Big ones. Old canning jar lids. This is an old, very old mandolin. An old colonial red cedar chest.
Oh, sorry.
People used to call these hope chests when girls were like 16, 18 years old. They would get these and they would collect stuff for when they got married. They'd put it in these hope chests. Old die-cast metal toys. These aren't the new stuff. This is the old stuff. Paint's all wearing off of them. Pretty nice specimens. Here's a replica old John Deere steam tractor. It's all metal. It doesn't run though. It's not one of those that you can fire up. Here's an old corn trailer
75
with a dog on the top.
60.
Here's a nice old carboy stand. Tips over so you can dump it.
Oh.
That's the smallest egg carrier I've ever seen.
Cute.
Yep. That's the metal rockers and some big game mounts over here. And signage. These aren't porcelain, but people like these signs. There's license plates we got to go through over there. Nice heavy cast iron handles. That would have been good on the cider press. Some Texas Longhorn skulls. Need a Cadillac to put one of these on the front. Whole box of window weights. Nice little scoop. The old rickety-rackety car jacks. Those were dangerous. Nice wash tub. Had a bunch of yard art. Guy takes old metal cans, propane bottles, refrigerant tanks, makes jack-o'-lanterns and stuff out of them. You put like candle in those, they would light up pretty cool at night. There's one of the old tractors. Super cool. That's prettier than the one I did for sure. Ooh, look at the sunflowers. There's Wally, or at least something that looks like Wally.
Yeah.
I love the dragonflies too. Here's some more tractors. Man is very talented.
I'm assuming you're on Facebook, right?
This is the gentleman that has this booth here. He's got a crazy cool imagination. If you're interested in any of his stuff. Big building here at the fairgrounds, full of stuff. Love this old thermometer, Wonder Orange. Sweet. Neat little cabinets there.
Thank you.
You bet.
Kelly already looked through the license plates and found one more that we were looking for. Now we're down to one. Wow, lots of cast iron here. Old 2-burner cast iron pot. Lots and lots of cool old stuff here. There's still cool junk to be had. Here's an old tire thumper. Your truck driver used one of those. Unless that was designed for something else. Oh, it's a spool. But it would work. It's an old thread spool. Old horns. Old train cars, real old ones. These folks have a good eye for junk. That thing's in great condition. Ah, the old Coleman ice chest. Water containers. Everybody had those back in the day. Old egg crate. This is the tabletop clothes washer. Don't know what those are, some type of handles. Love these wash tubs and deep sinks. Neat old cupola for a barn. There's an old pair of those vertical binoculars you look through here and then you actually look out of there for like if you were in a foxhole or in an old army tank or something you didn't want to poke your head up. That's what you used. Green glass. Some of the old glass is like radioactive. Forget what it's got in it, like uranium or something. I don't remember, but if you put a Geiger counter up next to it, it's almost a radioactive material. We had an old pair of these candles when I was little, put out front of the house. Lots of old pots. Lots of signage. Lots of old gadgets and gizmos. Here's another food mill. This one's actually better than the one we have. The one we have doesn't make good contact between the side and the wooden roller. You want it to be the exact same pitch, and ours doesn't get all the way tight. So we're going to have to figure something else out eventually. Lots of old rusty stuff here. Little tiny anvils over there. More cast iron molds. Boot scraper that looks like boots. Little old Canon models, all metal. Butter churn Crocs. One of those little springy horses. The old hand crank sausage stuffer. The coal bucket Kelly probably could have got cheaper, but that one's not painted on. Kelly must have passed on the bushel basket. She's probably got enough. Here's some old gizmos. Cherry pitter. Some old feet. Probably for a clawfoot tub, maybe. Got all four of them. Couple old telephones. Lots of tools. Not real old, but tools nonetheless.
All the tools work. Everything over there does work.
There's a pretty good complete old cast iron stove.
Well, look at the dishes. This is actually out of the antique dollhouse.
Oh wow!
And these are actually carved abalone.
Very
or
nice.
not abalone, but ablaster.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, we're all done here at the fairgrounds, unless we get some food up at the noodle truck. We need to see where Kelly wants to go next. Well, for supper we got the island noodles, pan-fried fired noodles with the teriyaki chicken. And I put some habanero salsa on it. Well, Kelly says we're pulling the plug on day one.
Tired.
We're going to head home. We've been a lot of miles today. We're going to go home and get our loot pulled out of the truck. We'll let you see what we got. All right, Vanna, what do we have?
A whole table full of goodies.
All right, let's go through this for our folks. Inquiring minds want to know.
Mark got another All-American pressure cooker.
For 20 bucks.
20 bucks.
Crazy cheap price for that.
Got everything on it.
Yep.
And then we got another enamel,
Porcelain.
or porcelain, yeah.
Big old tub.
Tub, whatever you want to call it. That was 10 bucks. And then collecting jars for my freeze dryer stuff. And so Mark found me these couple. These have rubber stoppers in them, so they'll be good for airtight stuff. These are my favorite ball jars that you can't buy. I can't find cases of these brand new.
24 ounce.
I love these big ones, the tall ones.
They're a pint and a half.
So I got 4 of those. And then found, these are all different various sizes of glass jars, but they have the rubber seals. So those will be good for freeze drying, holding freeze dried stuff. And then underneath, some more jars.
Bunch of, what are those, half gallon, or those are gallons, aren't
I think
they?
those
Some
are
of these,
gallons,
these are
yeah.
gallons. But they all have regular lids on them, so some of the jars you find have oddball sized lids.
Yep. And then we got a whole bag of rings and lids some solid ones.
We like these ones you can put in the dishwasher and reuse for like stuff we have in the fridge.
Yeah, those work out really good in the fridge.
And there's some decorator rings too that we can give away for gift, I guess.
And then that was sitting in this ash bucket I got for when we install our fireplace someday.
It's got pretty flowers on the side.
Yep, painted really cute. And then got a doggy blanket.
For Ruby.
For Ruby, so she doesn't have a chewed up one in her kennel anymore because she likes to chew on blankets. We found one of our 2 elusive license plates. So we only have one more left, number 79. This is my deal of the day, Zia brand leggings. These are my favorite workout pants. And I found them in the next size down from what I own for $2 a piece.
You've got pink camouflage.
Yep, I have these in a smaller size too. These retail for like 40 to 65, sometimes even more, depending on the pattern each. And then I got Ramona a little pair of leggings. She's a tie-dye girl, so she'll like those. I got a scale for a decoration down in our downstairs bathroom whenever I renovate that. And a doggy door for the guinea coop. Mark's gonna build me a new guinea coop.
Yes, I am.
And I got a book to read. I've heard this one's been really good. And then Mark got a Betty Crocker cookbook for the steal of the century.
The holy grail of cookbooks, the Betty Crocker New Picture Binder cookbook. You never pass these up when you can find them. This is like your grandma's old recipes. It's insane. It's really good.
And this is Mark's other favorite find of the day. Yeah. These pie birds are unique and rare.
These are the holy grail of pie vents right here, if you can find them. A lot of times you can't find them. That one looked like he broke his head off, huh?
Yep, somebody glued him back together.
Yep, but we got one good one. I was going to flip one of those, but it looks like I'm keeping it.
And then here's a couple more. This is a pie duck.
Quack. Sweet.
And then I'm assuming you're just using this for decoration or something?
That's
you can actually use it.
That's the original cordless drill.
I know. Just decoration, or are you gonna?
Well, we may have to use it someday if we don't have electric.
Yeah, maybe. Pretty cool. It's heavy.
Might have to drill a hole when the power goes out.
And then I've been looking for aloe vera plants around here, but everybody sells them like they're made out of gold. And so I found this one. This lady had stuck all these in it for $5. So if anybody local wants some aloe vera, let me know. And then
the leaning tower of bushel baskets.
Of bushel baskets. We do not have nearly enough. Mark and I fight over them all season long. So
now we have plenty.
Yep.
There's a couple I got to fix handles on, but just some heavy gauge wire, we're good to go. I'd say we got a pretty good haul for the first day.
I think we did really well, especially for there not being that many open.
For sure. So we don't have as much stuff to get tomorrow because we got it all today. We don't need any more jars, that's for sure.
Yep, that's for sure.
So we're going to take in our glass jars and stuff that we can get in the house. The other stuff we'll leave out here for now. So that concludes day 1 of Junk Jaunt. Stay tuned for day 2, which is tomorrow, but it won't be tomorrow after this video unless I run them back to back. But,
yeah, you'll probably get a commercial in between.
Oh yeah, you might. So hope you enjoyed Junk Jaunting with us today. Kelly thoroughly enjoys this time of year. It's her favorite thing to do here in Nebraska. So until next time, which is day 2 of Junk Jaunt, stay safe, stay healthy. Love you guys. Come back and see us.